Right, hey YouTube, what's going on? So for today's video, we're out here on the farm again, back at the farm where my jumps are in, but this time we're not in my jump paddock, we're in Josh's motocross paddock. He's got a few motocross jumps, he's got like this road gap here, a few berms and other jumps over there. We've got the enduro bike, and so the plan for today's video is I'm just going to head around the farm and hit a few things I've been thinking about hitting and do a bit of like free ride, MTB riding on the farm, find some like rocks and stuff to roll over, like some of the stuff on the hill, find a couple jumps and bits and pieces. Eventually I do plan to ride my enduro bike on my new jumps here at the farm, but that's not going to be in today's video. Today's video is all going to be about just free riding and finding stuff we can ride for fun. So to start off, we're going to try out this road gap here. So the road gap, you jump from here down to that wee dip in the grass. So not much of a landing for the size of the jump, but going to get it done. I've actually jumped this before and it's pretty fun, so we'll jump into that first with that GoPro chest mount on. Righto guys, first hit the video on the road gap. So dropping up here, turned in, need plenty of speed. Woo! Into Josh's moto berm. Woo! Good fun. Mean, hopefully you enjoyed that chest mount point of view. Kind of cool seeing the car in the background. We're now going to go for a non-point of view with the tripod here. I'm also going to set up my phone tripod somewhere over there to get a different angle. Sweet guys, well chuffed on those couple road gap jumps. It is honestly like super rough. So if you look at this, this is the landing. It's just a barely like even existing grass bank, so it is a little bit rough. And like it's almost like bank, flat bank, so it's almost like landing a double. But stoked anyway. Hope those 2 point of views look pretty cool. What we're gonna do now is load the bike back up and head to the next spot on the farm I want to check out. Alright everyone, we're at the next spot, which is a sort of like kind of quarry, like sort of clay, loose dirtish cliff kind of area. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do in here. Like it'd be so awesome to hit a jump off that stuff, but it is so high and there's no landing. What I'm going to do is chuck the GoPro on my chest again and just find a couple lines I can do around here. Okay guys, drop into the first little warm-up line here. It's going to go up a wee sort of step up thing, then down and step down. Sort of like an on and off. Woo! Heck yeah. So fun. Sweet guys, that little step up to then like drop off was actually quite fun, and I think in future it would be totally possible if I came with a spade one day to like scrape this out, make a proper lift, make a proper landing, to jump the whole thing from there to there as a hip. So that'd be pretty sick. But for today what I'm going to go for, because it's sort of like a wee fly out, I'm going to see if I can do a 180 fly out off the bank, then sort of like turn around and drop down, then maybe see if I can do a 360 fly out or a 360 tail tap fly out. So I've never done that trick before on my enduro bike. It'd be cool to try it out here. Oh guys, I am so stoked on that. Like, went for the first 180 the first time. I wasn't even trying a 360 and super easily over rotated, so I was like, man, why don't I just try a 3? And then I actually got the sketchy 3 tail tap first try, crashed the second one, then landed that third one. So super stoked. I've never spun my big bike before, so be sure to smash the like button for getting new tricks in the enduro bike. Definitely keen to learn the 360 on a proper jump now. And like, just what a random spot, like out of some random dirt bank in the middle of like nowhere to learn a 360 on my enduro bike. So cool. So I'm going to do now is get one more clip of it with the GoPro to get a bit of a higher quality on the iPhone. Got the tripod here and hope we'll get the 360 and the drop in it. Ouch. Alright, take 2. Woo! Oh man. Maybe I don't have a dial. Let's try again. Woohoo! Near death this time. Woo! You know what? We gotta do it cleaner. Woo! Sweet guys, I'm super stoked on that last 360. I think it definitely counts as a non-tail tap one. I was actually quite surprised how many tries it took me. Honestly, thought I was gonna get that first try, but that's just how she goes sometimes. So what I'm gonna move on to next, there's one more thing I wanna do in this sort of quarry area before we move on to the next spot, and it's really gnarly. And that is, I wanna drop in up there and ride down this rock here, across this rock, jump off and down there. So this is definitely out of my comfort zone riding stuff like this. Like I'd way rather send one of my big tricks on a jump, because I just am not really a rider who rides much technical stuff, but I see this and I think I could do it. And it does look pretty gnarly from here, but I think it's possible. So what we're gonna do is quickly go up the top and show you, and then I'm gonna get the GoPro set up to film it and my phone. We'll give it a go, hopefully. Okay guys, here's a look up from the top. So from the top it actually doesn't look quite as bad. So I don't think it's gonna be a quick, like, on the brakes here to the edge of the grass, and it's off the brakes, pump, quick drop, and straight into that hill up there. Only thing I'm scared about is going too fast and bouncing off that rock over the bars, or like in that transition to the hill, like G'ing out. But I think I've got this. We'll set up the GoPro and the camera and we'll get it done. Woo! Heck yeah! Woo! Heck yeah! Man, guys, that was so easy, but I'm super stoked on that. To be honest, like on camera it doesn't even look that steep, but to me that felt pretty gnarly. And honestly, like riding stuff like this is so far out of my comfort zone. Like I'm actually way more comfortable setting like my bigger tricks. Like the fear on this is probably up there with the stuff like doing the Cork 7s and stuff like that. So I don't know, just different skill sets, different strengths everyone has in riding. What we're gonna do now is move on to another spot on the farm. This drop I've been eyeing up for a while, but be sure if you're watching the video still now to give the video a like for getting out of my comfort zone, providing you some different content around some technical stuff, because that was scary. All right, here we are guys at this drop me and Josh found a few months ago riding the motorbikes, and I'm only just realizing now this drop, it's probably like 5 foot down, because it's about my shoulder height, that the landing is basically completely flat, and that there is just heaps of stones like this on it. But what I've done is I've picked all the big stones out, and so this should be a pretty good landing area. It's not going to feel super great, to be honest, but if you look at that backdrop there, like it's going to make for a really sick kind of photo or screen grab. So I think I'm going to do it. What I've done up here, just so I know where I'm going, so actually I'll show you guys the run-in. So the run-in is going to be like a pedal sort of uphill over this brow. Then I've got my other helmet there just to give me a point of reference. And then it'll just be like a 5 foot drop down to there, basically to flat. So it's not going to feel great, but we're going to get it done. So what we'll do, tripod's there, take the GoPro there, get this awesome backdrop, get the drop done. Oh man guys, I don't know if you could see that in the camera. We'll have a look back again in the slow-mo. So we got it done, but check out this massive set of rocks I hit. So I was sure I cleared out everything. Like I walked through here and felt everything, but I guess I just underestimated how far I'd jump, how hard I'd land. So I landed my right foot, and I feel like my back foot was like somewhere here, and I kicked this rock, which must have broken to like 3 bits. So like, don't know how I didn't crash, don't know how I didn't get hurt. I mean, look at this thing, that's massive, equally massive. And what do you know, another huge one. So somehow I managed to get away with kicking that. So what we'll do is go into the slow-mo of that now, and I'll try and zoom in to show you guys where I landed. Sweet guys, you can see there my foot just taking a massive digger into the side of the rock, so I won't be hitting this drop again, but pretty stoked on that backdrop sort of photo, even though it was like a really dead center kind of goon air. I also just want to show you, like, nearly bottomed out my forks, so like my rear shocks, I had a little bit left there, a little bit left on the forks. Surprised I didn't bottom it out. Somehow still got both the tires pumped up, pedal isn't damaged, the bike's running awesome. So shout out to Wensley Cycles for looking after that really well. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to the last spot of the video. Sweet guys, we've just switched the iPhone to film this last spot on the farm. So we're down here with the bike in this paddock, and where we're headed, just use the zoom, is up there to the trig, which is the highest part of the farm. So you can't actually ride straight up, you have to ride zigzag like this, then to the edge of the paddock and then back up the hill. But it wouldn't be an enduro riding video on the enduro bike if I didn't ride uphill. So what we're going to do, chuck the chest mount on, get a time warper heading up the hill in the sunset, and get a lap pinning it down back to the truck. So it should be good. Sweet guys, we made it to the top. It was a bit of a grind, but it was well worth it, because check out that sunset. Like, how good is that? quick look at the scenery. Like, it is such an amazing place. I get to call my backyard, I get to live close to here. It's just unreal. Just a quick look down there. So we came, I didn't bring my phone, but we came down, put that tower down there. So what we're gonna do in a second is give you a couple more looks at the view. Man, that is unreal. Like, what a cool place. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna chuck the GoPro back on the chest mount and see how quickly we can get down, because the GoPro is almost dead and only has 4.5 minutes of space left. So we've got to see if we can get down that quick. So hopefully we can. If not, there'll just be an abrupt sort of cut or fade out, then we'll finish the video at home. So, one last look from the top all the way back down to there. Let's get it. All right, guys, here we go. Sprint back down, a bit pedally through the tussocks. We'll see what we can do. Oh, yeah, that's rough. So much quicker than coming up already though. Whew. Man, cross country. Oh, big bump. Okay, here we go. Now we're away. Oh man, I'm almost sad how quick this is. It took forever to get up here. Woo! Okay, sleep for a bit here. Gotta think about what we're doing. Okay, quickly over the fence. Actually, I don't even know if we have to go over the fence. Let's go around it. We're making good time here. Through some rocks, thistles. Woo! We're making real good time. Okay, I think we got to go over here somewhere though. Watch that rock. Yes, that's where we go over. Okay, so we're going to do a quick transition over the fence. Here we go. Drop the bike. She'll be all good. Just hit harder slams than that. Okay, and we're back in. See if we can cut a corner here. Oh man, Thistle City. Well, it's probably quicker. Yeah, it most definitely is. Let's see here. Pretty steep. Got a line. Okay, another fence. This one should be quicker. How are we going for time? I think we're at like 2 minutes or something. Oh, pardon me, camera. Okay, come on, we gotta make it. Come on, gotta hustle now. So sick. Okay, a bit of a flat pedally bit. That's all good. Pedal, 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 come on. Get to high gear, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna sit down for this bit. Woo! Come on, go to crank. Another fence coming up. Is this one open? I can't remember. Oh, it is, yes. Don't have to halt this one. Okay, come on. Max speed, no brakes. Woo! We are flying. Woo! Heck yeah. Oh, we must have easily made that. Sweet guys, 1:35 left on the clock, so 3 minutes down to get back to the fence where we started. Started way up there at the top of the hill, just where my finger is. It took about half an hour to get up, 3 minutes to get down, which is pretty crazy. That's just how enduro riding goes. It's still so worth it and so much fun. Like, the view up there was amazing, and coming down like at Mach 10 was just super fun. And that is going to be the end of this week's video, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Just goes to show how much fun you can have when you really be creative and just make the most of the terrain you've got, because all the stuff I rode today, I didn't touch a shovel with once. It's just naturally there, so get out there and look for stuff to ride. But in any case, that's going to be the end of the video. Be sure to give the video a like, leave some comments about your favorite part, what do you want to see in a future video, and subscribe if you're new. Cheers, team.